I'm talking to Ron and Mychelle, who work in the law school and the business school respectively, who are both interested in student experience. So Ron, what is your role?
I'm Head of Student Experience in the law school. Sounds like a grand title. It just means that I'm one of the faculty academics who deals with student issues.
So what do you do in the day as this Head of Student Experience?
I manage a team of what are called student experience managers, 8 people who work throughout the country, and they are the people who manage the associate lecturers who are the contact with students.
So you're basically responsible from the centre, sort of going out to make sure that the student experience is as good as possible.
Yes, but it's a two-way process. So we ensure that good practice is recognised and passed out, but we want to find out what's working well and share it across the teams.
And Mychelle, does it work the same way in the business school?
It does. It's a very similar setup, and we work very closely actually, because Ron talked about the sharing of good practice going this way and this way, but it also comes across us too. So if there's something that's really good happening in the law school, we can learn from that and put that in the business school as well.
So tell me then, what does the word student experience actually mean to you? I know it's in the job title, I know that there are these processes going on, but what does it actually mean?
Well, for me, I think, okay, the first contact you have with a university, that's when your student experience begins. And I really think it's about the experience that the student makes of it. So the more the student puts in, the more they will get out. And for me, it's making sure that they have good contact with their lecturers, that they're interested in curriculum, that the curriculum flows from one module to the next module, and that they have a really good experience throughout their entire time at the Open University, not just actually within their academic studies, but feeling a part of a belonging to the community at the Open University.
Yeah. What about you, Ron? What does the word student experience mean?
I think I agree with everything that Mychelle's said. It's about the students succeeding and enjoying their studies. Study can be very hard, so what we have to do is make sure that we support them, that we provide the right interventions for them, and help them to gain the qualifications that they're paying for.
So you're both seeing student experience as an ultimately positive thing?
It is. There can be negatives, but we try to work around those because what we want to do is to have students interact with each other. We don't work too much across the two schools at the moment, but we are looking at how we can do that better in the future. So it is about success for the students.
Okay, so on to the practicalities then. Can you tell us about some of the ways that you make a difference to students?
By finding out what works for them, and that really is the hardest part. So perhaps from this experience, from being able to interact directly with students, we can ask them to let us know what works and what doesn't work. What are the things they want? How do they want to learn better? What changes do we need to make?
So you're really seeking for students to feed back on pretty much anything, is it?
Absolutely crucial that they feedback, yes. We just don't hear enough about what students like. So we talk a lot about the silent majority. It would be good to hear from some of them.
And what opportunities might there be then for students to be able to feed into you?
Their primary contact as they're studying will be with their associate lecturer, so they can pass comments back to them. There are formal processes, so for particular types of undergraduate student, they take part in a survey at the end of the year. Those formal processes are good, but we'd like there to be more informal contact, so students can get in touch with the Student Support Centre, they can email or call them. So there are a variety of ways they can contact us.
So there are lots of different ways that students can feed back, but I'd asked Ron initially what ways he made a difference in terms of the student experience. What would you say in terms of your area?
It was quite interesting yesterday actually. I was working with the teaching director, and she's responsible for the curriculum side but works very closely with us as the head of student experience, because we want to make sure that the right students are on the right modules and that the content of those modules fits the modern day working world. So in business it's really important knowing what the business issues are. So I feel where I can make a difference for students is making sure and working with the teaching director that the curriculum works for them, but also we were looking at credit transfer and students who had studied maybe elsewhere. They'd done a 2-year HNC or HND, and now they wanted to come to the OU to top up and get their degree. So it was quite exciting because you're thinking, well done to these students for achieving that. They've gone down a different route and now they come to us to study and finish. So I feel like I make a difference from the application all the way through to when they actually finish their studies.
And so to end with, I wonder if you would give me one piece of advice for new students. Mychelle?
I would say don't quit on a bad day. We all have bad days and we all get frustrated, but work through it, stick with it, build your community around you to have that support, and make the most of it.
And Ron?
Absolutely stick with it. There are good days and there are less good days. And for many of our students, it's quite a long haul to get through to graduation. It's something to aim for and keep going for it.
Well, I was talking to your lovely colleagues over the road at the
they're
student
fantastic.
support team, and they are great for students who are having a bad day, who need some
Yes.
space to
Yeah.
help reframe what their priorities are. So maybe talk to them too.
Absolutely.
And I think if your situation changes, don't give up, because there are other ways that we can work with you to help you achieve your studies.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Mychelle, Ron, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Karen.